Upper Gore Canyon and the Colorado River on Amtrak. We're at the wine tasting on the Coast Starlight. Everyone's having a great time. Lots of wine, lots of cheese, and once again, Miss Metzger having a good time, Deb.
Oh wow, we're having a great time. We are on the Starlight.
Here we are with Peggy and Dan on the Coast Starlight. How you guys doing?
We're great.
We're friends from San Francisco. We'll soon be seeing you in another 6 weeks?
Yes.
We hope so. Panoramic view of Vancouver, late August. It's a beautiful city, looking down at the bay below the downtown area. There's Deb on the bike path. Bike paths all over the place. And in the distance are some homes on the side of a mountain. We're on a ferry boat ride going from Earls Cove in British Columbia to Sultry Bay, also in British Columbia. About a 50-minute ride on the ferry. Surrounded by mountains and things just like New Zealand. Good morning. We are about 14 miles south of Powell River, British Columbia on the mainland. And as you can see, we're on a beautiful road with great shoulders, wide, clean, and no traffic. Unbelievable. Hey Deb, she's out there in the distance. And then over here is Crescent Beach Campground. We spent the night there last night. Nice showers and laundry facilities right on the bay. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning in September, and we are looking at the Strait of Georgia on the mainland in British Columbia. And in the distance, I believe that it's Texada Island. And way in the distance, I don't believe we could see it, would be Vancouver Island, and that's what we'll be taking an hour-and-a-half ferry boat ride on later today. Sunset off of Powell River in British Columbia, middle of September. We're camped about a half a mile over here. This is the view we have. And then just a few feet from the coast in the provincial park on Vancouver Island is this beautiful trail and these gorgeous trees that surround the trail, and they go up and up and up. I bet these things are several hundred years old. This is Olympic National Park, and this is Mary Miller Falls off Highway 101, about a mile-and-a-half hike in off the road. Moss on the trees in Olympic National Park. I think they get about 300 days of rainfall a year, and this is one of the 60 days where it's not actually raining.
Have you hugged a tree today?
Sunset at Olympic National Park. This is morning in Olympic National Park, looking over the beach at the Pacific Ocean. Another beautiful day in paradise. And we are really lucky because it's not foggy or raining. I think it's one of 60 days a year it does not rain or get fogged in. This is the Quinault Indian Reservation in Washington State. We're about 10-12 miles from the coast off of Highway 101 heading south. And this is the view that we see as we head along the highway. And we literally see these clear cuts again and again. It looks like there's no replanting. It gives you a feeling like you're in a graveyard. Hi, Bob Horney. This video is just for you. Deb and I are at a bicycle shop in Hoquiam, Washington. This is a three-wheel recumbent. Is it cool? It carries a nice load in the rear if you wanted to do some credit card or loader touring. Got a fairing up front, light up front. I understand it's foldable, and it's about $3,000. Pretty expensive, but the guys said he'd be willing to deal on it. I thought this was a great bike just for you. And one more thing, I'll walk around to the front and give you the front view. It's afternoon in September. We're riding on 105 going south in the state of Washington, and this is a typical day how it looks to me when Deb is in front. And then over to the side is the beautiful Pacific Ocean. And this is the view we get on and off, and hopefully a lot once we're down in Oregon. Back here at Ugly Ed's in Raymond, Washington, I just found out he's got another part of his business right across the street with more junk. Saws, children's toys, you name it. And Deb, I hate to tell you this, but the truck says Ugly Ed and Deb's. Wow. Having a great time. Oops, those are our bikes, not for sale. We are in Bay Center, Washington, right off one of the bays of the Pacific Ocean in Washington State. What we're looking at here is a pile of oyster shells that have been discarded, and the reason they keep the shells is they use them for two reasons. One, to reseed the beds for the oysters when they raise them again out in the bay. In fact, I understand this is one of the largest areas to do that in the United States. And then also they use them to pave driveways. This is the beach from Cape Disappointment State Park. We're standing very close to the North Head Lighthouse in Washington State. We're in Washington State, just north of the Oregon border. There's my sweetie Deb. Hey, Deb!
Hey!
And we're getting ready to cross the 4.2 mile long Astoria Bridge. I understand there's very little of a shoulder, so wish us luck when we go over this thing. And I'm picking up the bridge, and over there is the mainland for Oregon. This is Ecola State Park in Oregon. We're looking towards or at Cannon Beach from Ecola State Park in Oregon. Haystack Rock on Cannon Beach in Oregon. And over here, going south, is its little sister. We're on Highway 101 heading south, looking at a town by the name of Manzanita. Late afternoon on the Oregon coast bike ride on a Netarts Bay ride, just a little bit south of Netarts on the way to Pacific City. This is a typical day. We're climbing about 5.5% grade, and as you can see, lots and lots of traffic. And of course, to get away from the traffic, here is the bicycle shoulder. It's actually a designated bicycle lane on the southbound side. In the distance is Netarts Bay, and I'm on Netarts Bay Road at a place called Anderson's Viewpoint. And the bay is nice and calm. And then over here to the west, of course, you see the Pacific Ocean with the waves rolling in. And a beautiful beach. That thing must go on for a couple miles. We're on a scenic cutoff here in Oregon, a little bit to the north of Lincoln City. And we're running through one of the national forests on the bikes, probably a 3-4% grade. I think it reminds Deb and I both of Kerr Gulch. Same feel except zero traffic. And there's quite a bit on 101 below. But we've had a number of these turnoffs thanks to adventure cycling. Great day. Trees are beautiful in here. Hi, Deb. We're in the city or town of Yachts in the central part of Oregon. Oh, about 5 o'clock in the evening. I understand it's snowing in Denver right now, and it's just another beautiful sunny day here. This is the view from Ocean Drive in Yachts, and that is the city of Yachts in the distance. And in the foreground is this cute little park.
We are currently in Yachts, Oregon at the Driftwood Inn Cafe. You can see there are beautiful, unique, handcrafted lamps at every single table. Also beautiful umbrellas, unique and handcrafted from Italy. The ceiling is covered with these beautiful umbrellas. The place is bubbling. The food is very fantastic, and we have music playing. It is a great place to be.
View of the Pacific Ocean and beach from the Oregon house. Beautiful property here, right off Highway 101. View of the Oregon coast off Highway 101. This is the typical view what we have in the southern part of the state. We're at Great Sand Dunes National Recreation Area in Oregon, and in the distance is a young man sandboarding. I almost said snowboarding, but sandboarding down one of the dunes. And then out in the distance is the Pacific Ocean. And then in between the dunes, they have these beautiful trees. Some guy over there wrote his initials in the dune. We're on the Oregon coast, 101 heading south. This is a typical day on the southern part of Oregon and on the coast. We understand there are gray royals out there today. They're about 50 to 60 feet long. And of course is the beach and no one on it. Riding into Crescent City on Washington Boulevard is this beautiful wide road, great shoulder, nice looking ranch here, and there's the Pacific Ocean. It goes right up, the ranch goes right up to the ocean, and in the distance there's a rock with seals on it, or sea lions. I'll pick it up in the next video. View of the beautiful California coast. We are on Pebble Beach Drive, right outside of Crescent City. This is exactly how it looks from the bicycle. What a great day. We're cycling through the redwoods. Cycling through the redwoods. We just came out of the redwoods and now we're right along the ocean. Lots of sunshine and with great views. We're in Redwood State Park. At the bottom of Redwood are our two bikes. We're having a great ride through the parkway today. We're riding through the Redwood Forest in Northern California. We're riding through the giant redwoods in Northern California.
Hi. What is your name?
My name is LVC Muniz.
And where are you from?
I'm from Tanzania.
Tanzania, East Africa. And look at this bike here. You're all set up here for touring.
Yeah.
And where did you start your bike trip?
I started my bike trip in Argentina, and I'm heading back home, Tanzania.
You started in Argentina,
Yeah.
and you're going back home. Okay. And how many miles have you ridden so far?
It's almost about 10,000 miles.
10,000 miles.
Yeah.
And where did you start?
I started a little bit in Argentina and with the visa problem, but in Mendoza, in the mode of Chile, it's when it's seriously like doing a lot of mileage.
And how much further are you going to bike? How much longer is this going to take you?
It's gonna take me more like a year to arrive home, but I'll have to skip a part of Asia and Russia, or do it in the next year.
Good morning, we're here with Elvis. He's a gentleman from Africa. And Elvis, could you tell us more about you are from Africa?
Yeah, I'm from Tanzania, East Africa.
Very good. And you're over here in the Western Hemisphere riding. Could you tell us what brought you over here and why you're riding?
Yeah, I'm riding my bike from South America, going back to Africa. I'm riding for the cause of environments. I'm raising fund for the scholarship for ecology students in Tanzania, and also creating the awareness for the conservation of natural environments. Yeah, it's been like almost 10 months now on the roads, and here in the Northern Hemisphere getting cold.
And how is you have a rather large bike here. How's the bike been working out for you?
This bike has been good. So far I haven't had a serious problem, but yeah, I have some problem a little problem in Bolivia. And yeah, you can see in my blog, which is www.chiletokili.com.
Okay, so you had a little problem in Bolivia. So you started where and you're ending where? This is the world's largest redwood production facility in the town of Scotia in Northern California. In the distance you'll see stacks of lumber ready to be used to build homes, decks, etc. And then in the distance are stacks of logs ready to be cut up and processed. This place is huge. We're riding through a redwood forest on Avenue of the Giants. About 57,000 acres have been preserved, and I understand about 17,000 of those acres are for old growth trees, and they live to be about 2,000 years old. Not much traffic, and this is our view for the remainder of the day. Probably another 30 miles. Riding through the redwood forest on Avenue of the Giants. We're doing a climb out of Liggett, California, up a hill that is the highest hill between Vancouver and San Diego. I believe the crest is around 2,000 feet above sea level. And this looks and feels just like we're back in Colorado. Nice grade, beautiful scenery, no traffic. Running a pass out of Liggett, California. Going to hit about 2,000 feet above sea level. This looks just like Lookout Mountain. Feels like it. Great climb. California Highway 1. Good evening. We're here at the Greenwood Pier Inn in Elk, California, about 150 miles north of San Francisco. Deb and I have been busy riding our bikes down California Highway 1, and this is one of the typical lodges that we happen to stay in along the way. Sunken living room, of course, and oh, there's Deb. Deb, how do you find the accommodations?
Oh, they're quite tolerable.
Tolerable, okay. So you're drinking a little wine there. I hope it's a good year for you. And then, of course, Deb just came in from a very tough evening or a late afternoon on the deck. And this is the view that she had. Spectacular. We're continuing our tour of the Greenwood Inn that Deb and I are staying at in Elk, California off Highway 1. Up on the second floor in the spiral staircase is the view. And here is our private tub and sitting area. Deb's enjoying a nice leisurely glass of wine with a view of the Pacific Ocean. And Deb, how is your evening going?
Oh, if it gets any better than this, I don't know. I think I'm going to die and go to heaven.
Happy baby. Have fun, Deb. Nice view. You're from Germany?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Germany?
Thüringen, Thuringia.
And you're touring with your dog?
Yes, we do.
What's your dog's name?
Lucia.
Lucia. You're a cutie, Lucia. Well, welcome to
Tell
America.
him, 21 countries now. And you like America? Yes, I do.
21 countries.
Yeah.
Wow. About a 6% grade, Highway 1. What a view. We almost there?
Yeah, it's marijuana harvesting. Right around here are some of the biggest areas.
We're on California Highway 1. We're on California Highway 1, and below are several S curves which will be going down. And of course, that's the view we have all day long. A 17-mile drive. "17-mile drive, Carmel." Just another day in paradise. Riding through the side streets of Carmel. Big Sur.
And then you don't remember everything. You know, it all blends together. You do that anymore.
On the road in Big Sur, California Highway 1, about 8 miles north of Lucia. Sunset on the Big Sur. We're in Los Padres National Forest, and we're at Kirk Creek Campground, and this is the view from our campsite. We're literally right on the ocean. Big Sur. Big Sur. Big Sur. Big Sur looking south in the morning. Big Sur heading south from the seat of my bike saddle in the morning. Hey Deb. Monarch butterflies. They're in the process of migrating down here to California, and we're seeing them all over the place. I think they spend the winters here. Monarch butterflies, I believe they migrated here from Alaska, and they spend the winters in California. Such good boys. Elephant sails right off Highway 1 in Big Sur. This is the pool at the Hearst Castle in San Simeon, California. Indoor pool at the Hearst Castle.
If they want their pictures together, I'll take it of you.
It's sunset at Refugio State Beach in Southern California. We're probably about 40 miles north of Santa Barbara. It's a beautiful sunny evening, and we are watching a beautiful sunset here. Our campsite is right on the beach. Where is he? You see it? Oh, there it is. You see Santa Barbara. Breakfast in Malibu on the deck of our hotel. Life is good. Breakfast at a hotel in Malibu. This is our bike path through LA, just a little bit south of Marina del Rey. Nice homes on the left, beach, bike path. There's Miss Deborah. Nice beach. And this goes on for miles. Here we are riding to LA again on Manhattan Beach. Straight ahead is the bike path. Beautiful homes to the left or east, and then over here are miles and miles and miles of gorgeous beach. And here we have some volleyball nets. So what do you think, Deb?
Oh, I think I could live here for a few months out of the year. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Come on, they got motorcycles in the window.
The world has never had a good... This is going to be a good year. Yes, a very good year.
Wow, this is one long parade. I can't believe it.
This is our bike ride down the California coast. We're in Encinitas, about 20 miles north of San Diego. And this is the view that we'll be seeing all day. We are officially at the end of our trip. We're at the Mexican border.